2,716 years ago, within the shadow of beautiful Mount Olympus in the land of ancient Greece, was born an institution known as the Olympic Games.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, July 27th, 2021, and this is episode number 567 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
40 means not taking off your knee brace during sex.
Kelly Harris.
Need you helps to holding?
And our good buddy Mahoney.
We don't know where Jose is, so please don't ask.
He's doing hot girl shit. I legit don't know
I know.
where Jose is. He could be fucking anywhere.
He's hanging
No,
out
without
with
a-
his cool friends.
Right?
He's on a plane today, that's all I know.
Everyone tell us where Jose is. Wrong answers only.
Yeah. Super chat us. Where's Jose?
Where?
Oh, shit. Been a few days, you guys. Been a rough
How you
fucking
doing,
few days.
Lee?
It's been 7
Not
days,
great.
actually.
Not great. In the midst of a depressive episode, which may not be a result of the bullshit. Probably just brain chemistry. Because, you know, our bodies are horrible.
I'm
inefficient
sorry that I
sacks of
wasn't on
meat.
the show last week and it made you depressed.
I think that's what it was. Could be.
Same.
But it's been a lot. All right. So we bought this fridge a while back, right?
Okay.
Hell
and
yeah.
It's a big fancy fridge, and it's got one of the big fancy pull-out freezer. You pull the door out, and it's got the little smaller drawer on top, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And like from the day one, I'm like, this thing doesn't seem to really work right. Like the drawer at the top doesn't roll properly. It's fucking weird. But like, you know, I just kind of wrote it off that maybe I'm doing something wrong, right? Like maybe it's not on the track right. So every once in a while I get pissed off, I'd fuck with it, try to get it on the track, and I'm like, I know how a drawer works. Like this just isn't right. So we called the fucking, I'm like, this the little wheel on the side of the drawer doesn't rest on the track properly, so it can't roll. It gets caught. It's like shit's fucked. So finally we said, fuck it. Well, it's under warranty still. We'll call, and they sent a guy out, and he's looking at it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's fucking weird. I go, yeah, the wheel doesn't work on the thing. It's all fucked. Looking at it, and he calls me and he's like, yeah, I'm out here, the thing, whatever, and like, you know, and it's just the wheel's not on the track right. It's, you know, definitely something's going on. Huh.
Oh,
Okay. And he hangs up, and he looks up at me. He goes, yeah. He said on this model the wheel's not supposed to go on the track. And I said, that's fucking preposterous.
No. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The wheel doesn't go on the
like-
track,
We
eh?
sold
it is
you
the
a thing
wheel.
that doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, it's a wheel. I said, I swear to God, I'm like, it's a wheel. Its sole purpose is to roll either itself or another object. That's
Mhm.
what the wheel is for. That doesn't make any sense, man. He's like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I go, no, you call him back. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. And so they're like, well, you know, I guess maybe the problem is the rack, the rails inside are bent. I go, yeah, that sounds much more reasonable than the wheel's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
they fixed
decorative
it right
wheel.
away. Yeah, it's a decorative wheel. You know how so many things just have superfluous wheels for no reason whatsoever.
It's kind of like on a booze cruise where they've got the captain's wheel that's just for photo ops.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Well, I also like that they put their non-essential, non-functioning wheel in a place where a real wheel would be really useful.
Yeah,
Like just to test it out, see what it was like.
yeah. I would have slapped the shit out of that guy on the phone. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this doesn't come out of your pocket. This is warranty shit. Like, don't tell me the wheel's not supposed to turn.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Props to the guy who hung up and was like, "All right, I'll try it."
Yeah.
You know, like because I would have been like, "No, man, I'm not telling him the wheel doesn't go on the track."
Yeah, I'm not telling him that this floating wheel is totally doing the right thing. It's fucking ridiculous. But they fixed that. It was awesome. It's done deal. They come back for a couple days, but it was fine. So that was pretty mild, all things considered. And then, let's see, Friday, I got stung by a fucking wasp on the palm of my hand. Which,
no.
That sucked balls.
You've got the wasp stigmata.
Oh my god, man. I was in the pool cleaning some shit up, did a little maintenance, see this dead floaty bug, and I go to scoop it up. Bug is not dead, is in fact very much alive and pissed off, and is a wasp. So when I scoop him up to throw him out, he just stings the shit out of the palm of my hand. So that was really fucking cool.
No, thank.
That
You
hurt.
scooped it with a bare hand?
Yeah.
Oh.
'Cause I thought it was just a dead bug. Like, I'll just scoop him up and toss him out. And then he was like, holy shit! And he stabbed me directly in the center of the palm of my hand.
Thank
It
you
was
for
really
saving
fucking
me.
cool.
Also, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. That guy's a real piece of shit. Killed him pretty quick.
Yeah,
And then
wasps.
made it my mission to kill his whole fucking family.
Yeah, wasps are completely useless. Like, is there a reason they exist on this earth? I don't think anything eats them.
They must eat something.
No, they are only here to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They must eat something that is like that helps
And
balance out.
That day in particular, there was just a shitload of them. I was just sitting in the pool, you know, cursing the heavens, bitching about my fucking hand, and they're just flying all over the yard. I'm like, so they're everywhere. I'm like, all right, fuck this. We're gonna eradicate these sons of bitches. So I went and I bought a whole bunch of these like sticky traps, and it's like you hang them from like hooks in your yard, and they let out a smell, and they're like colored so that like, you know, wasps and other fuckers are attracted to them. So it's just so delicious. Every day I'll just go out there and look and see how many more of these fuckers died slowly and painfully, and it's one. It's like, yeah, I hate your whole goddamn species. You're the worst.
Lee Rodriguez,
nest.
a friend to all animals, large and small.
Fuck 'em.
I learned a
nest.
fun. Go ahead.
Good. I found a nest tucked up under like the outside, like the ledge of the pool. A fucking yellow jacket nest with like 50 yellow jackets on it. About, I don't know, 5 inches from what these red wasp nests. Like, you'd think that they're both very aggressive. You'd think they would hate each other. But instead they were like, you know, just neighbors and motherfuckery. Like, well, it's cool. We'll just hang out and fuck up everyone's lives. Oh, killed that so hard, you guys. It was so great.
Amazing.
Just bombard them with all kinds of poisons and sprays and boots.
Yeah. I was
Great.
cleaning my garage recently, and I was sitting at my workbench just kind of organizing things, and I look up, and my pegboard on my workbench, I look up, and there's this wasp the size of a fucking horse just crawling on the pegboard. So I get the wasp spray. I spray the shit out of it. I spray all over my workbench, all over the inside of the garage. And the motherfucker is still flying around like, you know, kind of like an old World War II plane that's just kind of sputtering along, but it's still going. Finally, it lands. I spray it again. Still moving. It's like, I'm going to get you, motherfucker. I'm going to get you. I stomp it.
The can's like kills on contact. You're like, holy shit, it does not.
Yeah. I stomp it with my foot, pull my foot back, and the wasp is like, fuck you. I'm still alive.
Unreal.
Turned out it was actually a horse.
It's fucking, I hate
Why'd you do it to me?
They're nonsense. I learned a fun wasp fact standing at my grill one day. I'm out on the deck, and this wasp comes, like, moseying up from under the deck, like, through the little slot in the boards. and it just is real low, and I step on it, and I'm like, haha, fuck yourself. Cool science fact, if you squish a wasp, it releases a chemical that attracts other wasps and says, hey, someone's being an asshole over here, attack. And so then all the wasps were like, fuck you, buddy, what'd you do to Carl?
Yeah, it's awful. That's the thing. They only exist to fuck with you.
Yeah.
And if you have, they fuck with you to such an extent that if you happen to luck out and fuck them back with their last, like, unconsciously in death, they call their boys to continue fucking with you. They haunt you.
This motherfucker got lucky and got me. Take him out. And you're like, great.
Fucking
awful.
Ridiculous.
The wasps kill Mahoney, and he's carrying is 15 cabbages.
They're like, what the fuck?
It's a Fortnite joke,
so,
Kelly.
You know,
See, I didn't even care if it was a Fortnite joke. I just think it's a funny visual.
It is.
And then that same night, after that night, finally broke down. Jax, fucking wheeled away at our souls, and we watched Space Jam.
Oh,
and
shit.
so between getting stung in the palm of my hand by a wasp and watching Space Jam, I don't know which one was worse. like, sure, my hand hurt for like 4 days afterwards, so that kind of sucked. But I was definitely thinking about Space Jam for the same 4 days.
Oh no,
so
you
really
can't.
Not sure which one's worse.
You can't continue to think about that movie once it's over. You need to just remove it from your brain.
Yeah.
Like Nicole leans over at one point. She's like, "So, why is Don Cheadle doing this?" Yeah, he wants if he loses the basketball game, then like all the people will have to stay in the dumpster. She's like, yeah. Why does he want them to do that? I go, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like his motivations are extremely unclear. Like he was mad because LeBron was like, oh, his idea is stupid when it's objectively stupid. Like the movie says that the movie's premise is stupid, which is kind of amazing.
Well, I mean, I think the idea behind it is it's kind of like a Skynet thing where Algae Rhythm got so self-aware when LeBron said he sucked, he got pissed off, and then it was just kind of like well, fuck humanity, I'm going to suck everybody into my serververse.
But like, it's not everybody. It's like just LeBron's followers.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, right. The stakes are so low in comparison. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
I feel like this is going to be like when Juan told me that Mortal Kombat didn't make any sense, and then I watched it and was like, they explained everything you complained about right in the beginning.
Oh. No, man, they really didn't.
They gloss over so much in Space Jam, and it's still
so
2 hours long.
It's 2 hours long.
That's
like,
too long.
We were talking last week about like, who the fuck is this movie for? Because the references are so weirdly dated, and like, who the fuck knows who all the stuff is? Like, it's not for kids and it's not for adults because it sucks. I gotta tell you, Jax fucking loved it.
Well, he's a maniac.
Shocked. I'm legitimately shocked.
Yeah,
like he was fucking fist pumping by the end of the game, and I'm like, this is insane. I mean, it does look really cool. Like, it's terrible, but the effects are really quite good. Like, everything looks cool, and 80% of the movie's on a fucking giant green screen. It looks pretty good. The composites are good. Like, it looks solid, but it just it sucks. So maybe it is for
Space
kids.
Jam's last terrorist act is that it got Jax to be a basketball fan.
Definitely not.
It
Definitely
radicalized Jax into basketball.
Oh, he's already radical.
not. He's super radical. Super radical. We're in.
Did Jax pop for the Austin Powers bit? Was he a big fan of that one?
Did not. No. He just popped for like general like basketball shit and like just the action. You know what I'm saying? Like the action of the game. Whether they score like 1,000 points doing some fuckery. He's like, oh, they got 1,000 points. I'm like, fucking sure. They sure did give 1,000 points. Like, look at you go. So, it's Big Dumb Bright. He liked it. Good for him. I'm glad he liked it because I'm glad fucking one of us did. Me and Nicole were waiting for it to be over. Zoe fell the fuck asleep.
At the end of
somebody
it,
in the house had a good time with it.
At the end of it, Jax is like, I want to be a video game designer.
And I was like, "Get the fuck out of my house!"
Not under
He
my
just launched
roof.
a basketball at his head.
Like, he fucking throws the Game Boy in the trash at the beginning of the movie. I'm like, is that the emotional beat we're starting the movie on? I gotta throw this Game Boy away so I can play basketballs better. Like,
That's the
fuck
same. It's the same stakes as Michael Jordan's dad being murdered because of his gambling debts.
It's so fucking weird. So I just got to crack the front and the back, which was super fucking rad. And I'm trying to, get on to Verizon to do the insurance thing, and I'm trying to sign in. It's like, great. Hey, we don't recognize this computer, so you need to log in. But okay, cool. Great, cool, man. We like it. We like your password. That's awesome. What's the first name of your best friend? So I'm like, all right. Hit that. And they're like, no, that ain't it.
No, we just call him Mahoney.
Well, no. I'm like, I probably put goat. Hit goat. It's like, nah, Jonathan. Nope. Like, I don't know, Jonathan with an H? Pope? I'm like, nope. I'm like, I don't know, man. Fucking, he used to be really, how old is this account? He used to be really good friends with a guy named Mike. And it's like, nah, player, that ain't your best friend. I'm like, I just want to get a new phone, you fuck. I don't want to have 20 questions.
It was Kerouac all along.
So I logged into Nicole's account and did the same shit. So I'm like, apparently, Verizon thinks it knows our friends better than us, because I don't know what the fuck you're trying to get.
Maybe
to do.
you put down Jason because you're like, there's two of them, so
One of them
chances are good.
I definitely won't forget.
I was so goddamn mad, you guys. Just one more fucking thing. It's awful. Having a real one, y'all. Having a real one. But it's gonna be cool. Fine. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's going to be... Just think about this, Lee. You've probably got 40, maybe 50 more years of this. And then it's all gravy.
Had to take a bunch of Megazords off the wall today so they can cut a hole. We got to cut holes in the wall for all this insulation bullshit. So that sucks too. Like, ugh. Blech. I want to fucking barf.
Did you have them cut them, or did you just punch holes?
You just give him the monster energy and say, here you go, Kyle.
I'd be like, you wait here. I'll take care of this one. Just front kick the fuck out of it.
Just like, oh wait,
No.
hang on, let me crank some 3 days grace and feel some feelings.
No, you don't want to front kick drywall. You don't know where the studs are.
That's
I
right.
do. They're directly on the other side of where these fucking shells were hung a minute ago.
We know exactly where the studs are. It's Lee.
The studs are outside the drywall kicking holes in it.
The guy was like, "Do you have a stud finder?" And I said, "Married one, son." He didn't think it was funny.
God. He was like, we gotta go. I was like, bye.
He's like,
He just
have
looks at
the
you,
fucking
"Fuck
stud
you.
finder. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Like,
Fuck you, we're leaving.
He
it was
looked.
still early, so I still had hope.
Has
Lee-
any of it? So, this question is mostly for Nyes. I have never successfully used a stud finder. I find them
hell
completely
yeah.
useless.
No, I have definitely successfully used a stud finder.
Yeah, that's how I put all these shelves up in here.
So many stud finders, they always do not work. I absolutely hate them.
I've never used a stud finder. I just pound shit into the wall and hope for the best.
That's pretty much what I do. I use the stud finder. It's like the stud's right here. Then I tap with my knuckles, and I'm like, I don't think it is. And then I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's here, and I drill little holes until I find it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing, stud finder.
That's the old stud finder. That's my dad's stud finder. Is
Yeah.
drill holes until you find a stud.
Yeah.
Now, the one I have, you slide it across the wall, and it's going to beep when it gets to the edge of the stud. So
Right.
then you go the other way, and it's going to beep the other edge, and so the middle is where you want to drill.
But you have to turn it on.
That's how every stud finder works. I know how they work. They just never do it.
You
They
have
never
to-
find the stud.
You have to turn it on when it's already on the wall. Otherwise, it doesn't sync itself right.
All right, I'm not loving that we are assuming that I am the problem with the stud finder. I
Ramoni,
know
did you
how
turn it
to
on at
use
all?
Stud finder.
Batteries. We got batteries?
Yes.
All right.
I've seen
Did you
people
follow the
just
little
get a
arrow that it
magnet.
puts?
They just grab a magnet, and then the magnet like, a strong magnet, and the magnet just finds a nail.
Right.
And you're like, there's one here, because, assuming that
I
they
wasn't sure where
actually
you were
hit
going with
the
that
stud.
because I wasn't sure where you were going with that because I'm like, I don't care how fucking strong a magnet is, it ain't sticking to wood. I don't care how fucking powerful that thing is. That's not gonna
One
work.
of them wood magnets.
It's not gonna work at all.
I mean, that's essentially what's in the stud finder, so it seems like a good idea.
What's up, Nice? How's
Not
your stud finder game?
Stud Finder Gang. Not too bad. Not too bad. This week.
Fucking all those U.S. Olympian divers.
Oh god damn. Oh,
UK.
we'll talk. We'll talk about. Yeah, it
We're
was,
from the UK, governor.
yeah, it was the UK diver. We'll talk about the Olympics
okay.
a little bit later.
Oh,
So, despite what Mahoney might think, this past week was supposed to be San Diego Comic-Con. So,
Blew my fucking mind.
so obviously there wasn't anything really happening besides all the toy companies were releasing their Comic-Con exclusives like the shit was still going on. And NECA had a set of the Channel 6 crew from the Ninja Turtles cartoon, and like that's the last little piece of my Toon Turtles collection that I need before I'm done. So it was real tight butthole until that clock switched, and it was smooth sailing. I had zero problems whatsoever. Made sure to talk to the wife about it beforehand, before she saw the $185 charge on the credit card, because not the set of the 4 figures, which is Cat, April O'Neil, Irma, who also turns into a cat, Vernon, and Byrne, and then they come with a bunch of fucking camera equipment and booms and shit. That's the shit I'm most excited for. But the set. Cool. The set of the 4 figures is $125, but because it's Comic-Con, they slapped this stupid ass accessory pack onto it for $50, a goddamn extra large T-shirt and a lanyard and a press badge, and it's like, this is your only way that you can order it online. If you don't get it now, you're gonna have to look for it in stores, like I did the goddamn musical mutagen pack. So, yeah, pulled the trigger on that. And then
that sucks because literally nobody wants that.
Well, I'm hoping someone does, because I'm gonna try and flip that stupid ass accessory pack.
I was gonna say you can probably sell it, but then I was like, to who?
Some dipshit. Like those NECA fans are fucking weirdos, man. They're real gross. Like sometimes I look at the comments in a post on NECA's social media, and I'm like, if I were a company and these were the types of people that were like giving me money, I would rethink things. And then
what have we done with our lives?
Lots of egg avatars, huh?
Oh yeah, when they changed their logo to a rainbow NECA logo for Pride Month.
No.
Oh, those guys were not having it. Like, why didn't you change it for Memorial Day, huh?
Oh, I didn't tell you about the worst thing I saw, like as far as corporate bullshit for Pride Month. It stopped me dead in my tracks. Did you guys see the bags of white Skittles?
No.
Holy shit. So, Skittles' whole thing, taste the rainbow, whatever, right? The bags always have rainbow shit on them because all the multiple colors of candies inside. So, for Pride Month, they had bags of all white Skittles, and the bag said, "Only one rainbow matters during Pride."
Okay.
Oh!
Oh boy.
Awful. Fucking
That's a lot.
awful.
That's a lot to take.
And all of the Skittles taste like mayonnaise.
It was so
Wow.
gross. Come on, man. Who's that for, you fucking gross sugar conglomerate?
Literally, who's like, hey, check it out. I was at the store, found one of them bags of all white Skittles.
You want some?
Who's excited? Who's like, oh, yay.
This is a mistake. This is
Yeah.
This is a step below Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, it was
Just
so
awful.
gross.
Those things must have flew off those shelves.
It was so gross. But,
So
like, they were still on the shelves right next to the regular colored Skittles too. So I'm like, they knew it. They knew what they did.
yeah. So back to turtle stuff. They NECA also on the Walmart site put up for pre-order this mystery 2-pack of April and Casey Jones on the farm. No pictures or anything, so it's kind of like the FOMO was really getting to me. And
fuck out of that one myself.
at the same time, because it was Comic-Con, Walmart had all kinds of ridiculous sales on action figures on their website, like $10 McFarlane Gorilla Grodd, $7 Mandarin Spawn. I'm like, God damn, these deals are too good to pass up. But I just dropped $185 on fucking 4 office workers from a cartoon from the 80s. I can't justify another $17 for these 2 figures and shipping on top of that. But then when the Casey April 2-pack went up for sale, I'm like, all right. So I added all of them to my cart, and even though it was a pre-order, they were still going to give me the Grodd and the Mandarin Spawn for free shipping. So I leveled with Mary. I'm like, okay, check this out. So I can get these 2 figures. $17 for these 2 figures. Normally you'd be paying $20 for one of them. So it's a great deal. If I had to pay for shipping for them, not as great of a deal, but I got free shipping now. Now this 2-pack, not exactly sure what it is, and Walmart is notorious for canceling pre-orders, so they might end up canceling this. So we'll be out $0 for that thing and still have gotten the free shipping for the other 2 things. And then also, if they end up coming out with pictures for it and I'm not a huge fan, I could always cancel it. So I was able to plead my case well, and I've gotten to the point where I can't do the whole ask for forgiveness, not permission thing with toys. So I make sure to clear it with her first before I make any purchases. But yeah, that fucking Walmart sale was amazing. I got 2 Walmart boxes at my house for Jose because he's moving next month. Are you guys still there?
We're still here.
Okay. He bought 4 figures off the Walmart sale and shipped them to my house because he's moving and doesn't need the extra shit being sent to his house. He's like,
Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff too that I was gonna get, and then just like, I don't fucking need this stuff. It was
right.
just stupid cheap, and then they were like, oh shit, they're gonna fucking tomorrow they're gonna put a Ninja out. Well, that'll be rad, but sorry, so I canceled some shit. But since I already submitted the order, even though I canceled some of it, I still got free shipping on the whole order. So I got like RC for $10.
Hell
It's
yeah.
kind of dope.
Nice.
Fuck
And
you,
then
Walmart.
It wasn't even the Lightning Collection RC. It was the weird flip head one.
Yeah, it's
I'm still okay with how this worked out.
like I'm at the point
Still
where
okay.
I don't necessarily need certain action figures, but if I see a deal that you can't pass up, like
$7, come on.
Mahoney got me that 2-pack of Luis and Ghost from Ant-Man 2 for what, like $6?
Something dumb.
And it was originally $50? Like, come on. Come on.
And like that Grodd is a big beefy boy. Hell, that Grodd could easily be more than $20.
yeah, that
And
Mandarin
fucking
Spawn's a
steal.
big beefy boy too.
Yeah,
But $7, come
they're
on.
not fucking around over there.
The rest of my week has been all revolving around Zoe, who is sitting behind my chair right now in her cone. Friday was her appointment to get her stitches removed from her surgery a few weeks back.
And they were like, "Good news, she's got lupus."
Oh.
Well, so it had been a couple of weeks. We were supposed to wait between 14 and 21 days before they take the stitches out. So I think it was like around 17, 18 days that our appointment was last Friday. And in the meantime, she's been wearing the cone. We try not to let her get on the couch because it could rip her sutures. Every so often we'll see a little blood, like the one on her foot started to scab off and like the sutures started to come off. So we were a little worried, like, And then because she had to wear the stupid cone all the time, whenever she wasn't in the cone, we were spoiling her. She was getting Kongs filled with peanut butter, lots of treats, so on and so forth. So I knew she was going to be gaining weight over that period of time, but I hope not too much, because as soon as a bulldog gains too much weight, it's like all downhill from there. So take her to the vet to get the sutures off. They take her in the back.
What a disaster of a breed.
I'm sitting there for what felt like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Then the vet tech comes back and said, so she did not let us take her sutures out. But anyhow, the doctor says that the incisions haven't healed yet, so she's going to have to keep the cone on for another 10 days, and then we'll take the sutures out. And also, while we were trying to remove her sutures, she shit herself and expressed her anal glands. She was so mad.
Oh.
Well, I guess she didn't shit.
Oh, God!
She didn't shit herself, but apparently she shit out of either anger or anxiety or whatever. She didn't. She wasn't covered in shit or smell like shit, but she gave him the double pipe of shit and anal glands because she was so mad. And then
I can smell this story.
On
That's
top
a real
of it,
power move.
on top of it, when we got her, she was 51 pounds, and she had maintained that before the surgery. When they weighed her last Friday, she was 60 pounds. She gained 10 pounds in like 20 days. I was blown away. I was so just disappointed in myself, and I felt so bad because like that's 20% of her body weight we added to her in 3 weeks. That's bordering on abuse, I feel like. So this past week we've been going for a lot of walks because both of us can afford to lose some weight. She's not really a walk dog that we noticed.
You don't say.
In the beginning, because she's not only does she not want to walk very far, but she's also stubborn. Like if she doesn't want to go somewhere, she'll just fucking dead weight. She's not going.
Yeah, and her legs are 4.5 inches long.
But we've been going out and getting some exercise, and took her out by the boardwalk yesterday. It was really nice. But then last night she started doing this weird ass thing where it sounded like she was hyperventilating, and then she was doing it a few times today. And Mary finds out, we're thinking it's the worst because we gave her a Benadryl last night. We're thinking it's a reaction to the Benadryl, or maybe she's got some sort of other fucking problem that we're gonna have to address that's gonna cost us $800 the next time we go to the vet.
Is she doing a Muttley laugh?
It's weird. It's like it's like breathing
God.
out or in. Really, it's fucking weird. I wish I had a audio recording of it, but Mary researched it online, and apparently it's a thing called inward sneezing.
What?
Where instead of sneezing out, they're like trying to suck air in to either dislodge something in their nasal pathways or like in the back of their throat or something. But it is terrifying. So
Zoe, you weirdo.
she's a fucking weirdo.
Fuck.
I love her so much though. But she goes back to the vet a week from today. Hopefully, clean bill of health. Hopefully, she can get her sutures out. She doesn't have to wear this cone anymore. She can come back on the couch. She can feel like she's not being punished all this time. Because I feel like she thinks she's being punished. But we're just trying to protect her. We're just trying to keep her healthy. Trying to get at least 2 more years out of her. Because fuck, man.
Aw.
But yet the same with her, she's thinking like when you're taking her on all these walks now, she's like, "Dad, I like being fat more." Dad, those weeks you were giving me all that food, that rock.
Oh,
Let's go back to that.
These walks are fine, but the peanut butter, man. I
Well,
need more of that peanut
And
butter.
it's definitely the peanut butter.
I like the special peanut butter. The special peanut butter was real nice.
It's definitely the peanut butter because at first we got these Kongs, which are the doggy butt plugs that you fill with food. And originally it was the Reese's peanut butter, which I was putting in there because we had an old thing of Reese's peanut butter. Jose loves it, but it's just okay. So we were filling the hole with that. and probably using way too much. So then we bought this doggy peanut butter that doesn't have any sugar, salt, and it doesn't have xylitol, which is bad for dogs, but it doesn't hold up very well. So as I was trying to fill the Kong, it was literally filling the Kong with peanut butter because it was just sliding down on the inside. So we went through like 3/4 of a jar of that doggy peanut butter in the span of like 4 days. So that's when I learned to take my jigger from my cocktail set and make little peanut butter corks and freeze them in the freezer, and they perfectly fit in the Kong. So she gets just a teeny tiny bit of peanut butter.
I'm just imagining Jose licking peanut butter out of that thing.
I bet he would.
Out of Zoe's peanut butter butt plug.
Yeah, because Nice said Jose loves the Reese's.
He does. He used to give his dog Tasha the Reese's peanut butter.
Yeah. Jose gets all excited. You give him a Kong full of Reese's, it calms him right down.
A frozen Kong full of Reese's, he would be stoked. We got her these new treats because, you know, we fed her a lot of treats just to kind of reaffirm to her that we love her, even though she's wearing this stupid collar cone and can't get up on the couch. But it's all these Rachel Ray dog treats, which I guess are just filled with calories. So we got these training treats that are bacon flavored and supposed to be only 1 calorie a piece. I go to feed her one. She's like, no, thank you. I go to feed her another one. She's like, blah, nope, spits it out. What the fuck? But she's great.
God.
Love her so much.
Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Love her so goddamn much.
Shit, what's up, Kelly?
Let's see. What is up? Nyes was a party to me tasting defeat on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So in the flurry of toy releases, Mondo finally announced they're going to drop their first versions of the Godzilla and Hedorah vinyl figures they were doing. And it just so happened the first ones they were dropping were the Cherry Blossom colorways, which were the ones that I wanted the most. And they've been teasing these for months now. So I was like, all right, fucking ready. Let's go. Sold out instantly. Just gone.
And I was just trying to help out, and I got them in my cart at one point, and I don't know if I had just gone through with it, if I would have been able to get them, but I had to hesitate and message you and be like, hey, I got them in my cart. You good? And you were like, do it.
I don't think you would have gotten them.
I don't think I would have gotten them either.
You may have got maybe the Hedorah. That one's a possibility. That one I never even, like, the button to click add to cart never even showed up for me for that one. As far as I can tell, no one has the Godzilla figure. The word going
crazy.
Yeah, the word going around in the kaiju collecting group I'm in on Facebook. There was a guy who's friends with a dude who goes around lurks around the forums that like bot makers use. And so from what he could tell, all 150 of the Godzillas went to 6 people.
Oh my god.
But this may have gotten back to Mondo, because now it doesn't look like anybody has Godzillas. If you look on eBay, there aren't any of them for sale.
Oh, okay.
So they may have just canceled all the orders and are going to re-release it again at some point. I don't know when or what would happen with that. The Hedorah, I have seen at least one real person say they got one. So
and then you sent us the eBay listing that was like $300, where it was, what were they, $80 to begin with, $100?
The Godzillas were $95, the Hedorah was $85.
Yeah, that was another reason why I didn't immediately pull the trigger on my cart.
Understandable.
Like, Kelly, you want $175 of kaiju toys?
I'm like, fuck yes.
I was like, hey, Mary, FYI, we bought Kelly $400 worth of monsters.
Oh, you better believe when Jose was like, "Oh, I bought a bunch of those figures off of Walmart. I sent them to your house." I had to tell Mary, I was like, "Okay, there's more Walmart boxes coming addressed to Jose. I did not buy those."
But yeah,
Hey,
so
look, we pay taxes. It's fine.
yeah.
We're big, responsible grown-ups. It's fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
So I was sad I didn't get my monster toys, but I did get the Godzilla reaction figure that Super 7 put up.
Godzilla
That one
just
is pretty
making
cool.
the Kevin McAllister face.
Yep. Yep, based on the original Shogun Warriors figure. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I did order also the Ninjor toy that Lee mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I would have if it was like, a little bigger. But it's all right.
It's
what
not
she
great,
said.
but I'll take it for what it is. It was $13, and
Yeah, for what it
Yes.
is, it's fine.
yeah, in a scale of a ninja and that I don't have. Like I've got the giant deluxe one, and that's it.
Yeah.
Did they
Okay,
make like a
floor.
normal size Ninjor?
That's the
No?
only one. They did that
Okay.
one, and then they did a weird like red repaint in the Ninja Storm series.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Even though he's not in that show at all, they just fucking repainted it. Like, hey, here's our fucking red Ninja. Go.
Okay. Well, cool. So I'm happy about that. I'm not getting anything else from that line because the rest look garbage.
He looks
Like-
pretty good. He actually looks
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
the thing. The boxiness of them works for him.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
he's
it fits
big
his
and
body
dumb and
type.
boxy.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I said the old
Uh,
school one, but man, if you just breathe on that sword wrong, it shatters. That gold plastic does not hold up well.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. The handle does not hold
Lee
up well
was
on that
breathing
sword at
on it
all.
like Zoe.
Yeah, I was inward sneezing on it. I'm like,
He was like, I'm gonna breathe on this sword till it clears my nasal passages.
then I'm gonna express my anal glands in fury.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could express your anal glands out of emotions.
Yeah. I didn't know like that was because normally doctors have to do that.
Right.
Like the dogs can't just do that on their own, or else it'd save a lot of people some vet visits.
Although apparently, Kelly, they fucking can.
Yeah, and they just choose not to.
Kelly
Oof.
launches a successful business just negging dogs until they express their anal glands.
My old bulldog Butch had infected anal glands, and he rubbed them all over my couch.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I legitimate shiver. That sent a fucking chill down my spine. That was
Yeah.
horrible to think about.
Yeah.
God Almighty.
Looked like a scene out of Dexter.
Oh.
What comes out of anal glands? Is it like
Just
Pudding.
ass juice.
Well,
okay? So it's like not like weird shit. It's like weird oily shit.
the
like, just
infected
nonsense?
one has blood in it.
Oh,
Oh.
god. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Yeah. Every
so
s-
horrible.
Every so often,
Oh.
we'll be sitting there and we'll be like, "Oh my god, why does it smell like rotten fish in here?" Oh, it's her anal glands.
That's fucking horrendous.
So at some point, we might cut them suckers out. But then again,
I would not keep this dog.
but then, but then
Open
again,
the dog is a
she'd
fucking
have to
lemon.
Be, she'd have to
Jesus.
be in a fucking cone again. So
Oh god.
she's
Why
great.
can't you do like the cone but on her ass so it's like she's got a dress on?
Yeah, she would also hate that.
I do not like that I can taste all these stories. It's not good.
All right,
I'm
Lee.
not
Here's
quite
a
sure
story.
why you can taste all these stories, Mr. Lee Rodriguez.
Lee, I got a story you can't taste.
All right, please. Jesus Christ.
This weekend, I recorded my first episode of the Jumping Bomb audio. You can listen to it now on all your favorite podcast feeds.
Hell
Oh, see,
yeah.
this just tastes really nice. I can
Yep.
taste this, and it's good.
Yep.
It's very sweet.
Mahoney, it's full of wrestle talk.
I was gonna listen, and then I was like, you know what? I bet this is full of wrestle talk.
That's
And
all
so
it is.
Then I didn't.
That's literally all it is, Mahoney. And you know how much I know how much you love wrestle talk. So are you
Talk
ready
to
for
'em.
some wrestle talk? Let's do
Let's do it.
Oh, let's do
Tell
it.
me,
Wrestle
Kelly.
talk. All right. So this weekend I watched GCW's Homecoming. And
I'm going to make it a point to do that because that looked like the whole thing was pretty rad.
It was a solid show. There was a bunch of matches I didn't fully pay attention to because I was hanging out at a friend's house at the time. I didn't realize I double booked myself, so I told him like, "Hey, I need you to have when I get to your house when like we're playing board games. I need you to set up a laptop, and an HDMI cord, and your TV so I can watch wrestling."
I would do that
like,
for
weird
you,
flex,
Kelly.
but okay.
And they weren't like, okay, don't come.
No,
thanks.
they were instant. He was like, "All right, cool, got it."
Wild.
And then I made them watch death matches. The main draw of the show was Nick Gage defending the GCW world title against formerly Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, I texted Goat and I'm like, "Hey man, you got to come over in the next couple of days and we'll watch this GCW show. At least that match." I'm like, but
Yeah.
maybe we don't invite the girls for this one. 'Cause I don't think they'll like it.
No, Cardona's shoulder just gets fucked so bad. Like at one point, one of my friends goes, "Like, at what point do they die of blood loss?"
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just the amount of blood
just
that he
feels
left on his
awful.
hotel sheets.
Yeah, that was bad.
Why would you go to bed bleeding that much?
He must have thought
Yeah.
he was okay.
I know he's an independent contractor nowadays. He probably doesn't have health insurance anymore, but Jesus Christ. Sell a few more t-shirts and go to the ER.
But like, imagine that you, like, maybe he just did it. That was fine, and like he's going to bed like, "Oh man, I'm so glad we got that cleaned up." Then you wake up in the middle of a fucking crime scene. You're like, "Oh god, that was not okay after all."
Yeah, and he
Crazy.
spoilers for those who haven't watched it, but I'm sure at this point, if you care, you have heard the result or seen the match. Cardona won, and the crowd erupted, throwing all sorts of cans and bottles and pizza cutters at
Jesus
Cardona.
Christ.
What?
Like, that's some real savagery, and that sucks. But what? I mean, that's kind of what should have happened.
Oh,
in a
it's
weird
exactly
way.
what they want.
Like,
It was
right.
exactly what they wanted to happen. It ruled.
But don't throw a pizza cutter.
No, maybe don't do that.
I would feel like that was like, I don't get the concept here of why they're throwing pizza cutters at him, but I would feel like they were calling me fat. Like, fuck you, buddy.
Okay, so what
Like,
happened
here's
is
a pizza cutter, fatso.
Matt Cardona is a dude who was in WWE for the better part of like a decade and a
yeah.
half.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
not the typical guy that does these kinds of matches, these kinds of shows. Like,
Yeah. He got fired last year, now he's working on the indies.
Yeah,
And
he might have been a lifer.
Yeah. Oh, that was his goal, was just to be a lifer. And he's on the indies now, and he on his action figure YouTube channel / podcast, they had made a shirt that said Major DTOF Collectors. And DTOF are, a thing you put action figures in.
Yeah, from
You buy
IKEA.
From IKEA. But they spelled it MDK like Nick Gage, his the Murder Death Kill Gang. And
Okay.
that set them up against each other and eventually led to a war of words over the internet. And then Cardona attacking Gage at the end of a show and thus setting up this match. Cardona is not at all a deathmatch guy, but he waded into the water for this and pretty
fucking
much
came to play, man.
Yeah. So it was pretty much just the high school jock quarterback coming into the nerds D&D game, whipping all of their asses at it, and then them all getting mad and throwing their dice at him as hard as they could.
Aw.
I feel like back when Cardona got initially released from WWE, Kelly might have said something like, I want to see him go on like a deathmatch run.
I probably did.
So he beat the MDK guy?
yeah.
Yeah, he is the GCW
Ouch.
champion, and everyone was very upset. It was awesome.
We were watching the original Guardians of the Galaxy this past weekend, and when they're in the kiln, there's that one prisoner who rolls up on Gamora, And then when Drax stops him, Drax takes his knives and says, "These are mine now."
Yeah.
You know that guy that I'm talking about? That guy, that prisoner, looks like Nick Gage.
Yeah,
Well,
that's accurate.
If
That
Nick
guy's-
Gage had Baraka teeth.
Yeah.
Baraka teeth.
He kind of does have Baraka teeth.
Yeah, it kind of does.
They're
But yeah,
definitely
so-
not Baraka teeth.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out, especially just to see Cardona in that environment. Also on that show, earlier in the show, was Drew Parker, who had pretty much just gotten off of a plane from Japan following winning the Big Japan Deathmatch title, flying in that day to face Alex Colon, who had the GCW Deathmatch title. And they did a title versus title match. It's very good. A lot of crazy spots, a lot of glass. Parker came away with both titles, which was super cool. So I like that guy a lot. That match was really awesome. I went 4.5 stars on that one and 4 on Gage and Cardona. Overall, pretty good show. I didn't watch Homecoming Night 2. Heard it was all right. What they set up at the end was for All Out Weekend for the big GCW show. Then they're doing a War Games match between
Nice. That's
like
cool.
the GCW crew and 440, which is the Ohio shitbags.
That's cool.
I do love. That's like my favorite thing about deathmatch wrestling now is that just Ohio are the biggest heels,
They gotta
and like
have
not
something.
just in GCW, but like they're the big heels in like the ICW and IWA Mid South. It's just
I mean,
everyone
like-
fucking hates Ohio.
Ever been to Ohio? It's not
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
to write home about.
Yeah,
My wife fled the state of Ohio. She
The one good
married
thing another came out of Ohio is your wife, and the one good thing still in Ohio is Gavin.
she married me so she didn't have to go back to Ohio.
yeah.
She married you for a Florida green card.
Sucker.
Yep.
I was like, they let anybody in, dummy.
And then the only other thing I have worth talking about is last night I finished up watching Odd Taxi on Crunchyroll, and that is right now my favorite TV show of 2021. Holy shit, they stuck the landing on the final episode. I won't say anything about the twist, but
I demand you tell
is-
me everything about the twist.
What the
No,
hell
I will
is
not.
Odd Taxi?
it is an anime about it's about a bunch of animal people, follows a walrus who drives a taxi and deals with the crazy mystery he gets wrapped up in that starts with a girl going missing and turns into him being followed around by Yakuza and gets wrapped up in their scheme to steal money from a dude who won the lottery. And there's so many layers to this onion. I heard it best described as a 4.5-hour Tarantino animated movie, and that
alright.
really fits. The dialogue is pretty much just as snappy as a Tarantino movie. Like originally, it started off as like a stage play reading thing, so it's got that kind of fast-paced dialogue to it. It's very, very good. It's only 13 episodes. I think it's a Crunchyroll exclusive. Highly, highly recommended. I loved it.
All right, check that out. Oh, got some Japan shit. I watched First Love, Takashi Miike movie,
Oh, nice.
which I bought it a while ago. I never watched it, never getting around to it, and then now it's on Prime Video for free. So, all right, whatever.
Oh, nice.
But so yeah, it's on Prime Video for free. No reason not to watch it. It's fucking cool. It's good, that good Miike shit. So about this Yakuza guy who concocts this plan with a crooked cop to steal drugs from his boss, essentially. But it all goes horribly wrong, top to bottom. Nothing works out, and at the same time, the Chinese gangs moving in on the territory get implicated for stealing the drugs. And so it's the Chinese mafia and the Yakuza fighting over the stolen drugs with just like a couple of normies just stuck in the middle of it. It's really quite good. To the point to where kind of during the climax there's this crazy car chase and the one like kind of main guy, he's a boxer who gets sucked up in it. He just yells out, "I don't have anything to do with any of this!" Like he's fucking is completely aware of how insane his situation is. It's quite good. Would recommend. Like I said, it's free, but you can't watch it, Mahoney, because you got to read it.
That's fine. I'm not gonna do
That'd
that.
be a very long shower.
Yeah. There's no time to pay attention to something that requires me to read it. I still haven't even seen Parasite. You know how badly I wanted to see Parasite? Can't find the time.
It's objectively great.
Can't find the time.
We're coming to your house, we're stealing your phone, and we're making you watch it.
Objectively great.
I'm sure it is. It hasn't been spoiled yet.
Jesus Christ. You know why? Because the type of people that spoil shit say there's
Don't
no
wanna
time
read
to read.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The people that spoil shit, they saw that movie and are like, I don't understand who the parasite is.
Yeah.
Careful,
Which
Kelly.
one's the parasite?
Yeah. Wasn't this the
Dangerously close to spoiling it.
Isn't this an origin movie of the Superman villain?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Fuck, that's a good movie.
Little did
Do it
we
as
know.
a movie night.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we Mahoney, go play over there for a second.
Okay.
All right. So what we do is we tell Mahoney we're doing a Popcast movie night,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't like record or anything. We just watch Parasite.
I told you guys I'm gonna start not pressing record on the podcast and see if any of you notice.
I would notice, goddammit.
Just because we don't read the Discord doesn't mean we don't care about the podcast.
My god. What's up, Mahoney?
Holy. So, I have had a long time dream in Fortnite to arm myself with nothing but fruits and vegetables and then make it to the end of the match. And I landed and I did a couple of quests, and then I was like, there's only like 25 people left, and I'm over here at the farm, and nobody is bothering me, and I think I'm going to stock up on some apples and some cabbages and maybe some corn, and I'm going to see how long I can stay alive, because what will happen is someone will eliminate me, and then the only thing I'll drop is vegetables. And they'll be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where's the guns and the ammo? And so I dropped every building supply I had, every gun I had, every ammo, everything. I had like 45 cabbages and apples and pieces of corn and all this nonsense. And I just went out into the map. And I made it to 6th place. And the guy who killed me and had 13 assault rifle bullets left. So that of everyone on that map, he was like, oh, finally, I can get some ammo. And then the only thing that I dropped was cabbages and apples and corn. And he must have just been like, what the fuck is going on? I lived out my dream. It was amazing.
Did you throw a cabbage at him before he killed you?
No, I sure didn't. I didn't want to give him any hints. It was absolutely wonderful. I loved it.
Fortnite's been kind of lit lately.
Yep. There's all sorts of... There's like a countdown clock going on now. Who knows what's up with that?
Yeah, which I believe that countdown ends at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be Thursday? Next Thursday? Maybe next Friday? Something's blowing up. Come on.
Yeah. Those aliens are going to attack.
Yeah.
They're going to Krypton something.
Yeah, after weeks and weeks of, we're going to be friends. They're not going to be friends.
They're not going to be friends.
What if they're your friends?
I don't think they're going to be our friends, Kelly.
I don't know. I think they might be your friends.
Then we'll all skank together.
Probably not.
Yeah.
That
Oh
would
man,
be
is
pretty good.
is that big in Fortnite? Do the kids love skanking?
Yes, that is
fact-
big in Fortnite.
In fact, this season, in the Battle Pass, one of the emotes you can earn,
You can play as the mighty boss.
you
Tones?
can
Yes.
skank, and it's an alien-specific ska song that
Wow.
you skank to.
It kind of slaps.
It fucking slaps.
It's pretty good, Kelly. You'd love it.
No, I hate ska.
No, but you know how like you actually don't hate ska?
I hate ska.
But you know how you don't though?
No.
See, that big ska craze hit just as I was like a kid in band in high school. So I'm like, cool, fuck, I can play these songs that are on the radio. That's kind of neat.
I had friends in grade school that were way into ska, and I
Kelly had friends in grade school.
never understood it. I was like, so what? You just go trumpets? Like
That's wild. You had friends in grade school that were into ska. Like that's so little.
That's way too little to be.
Yeah.
Like,
fucking
like,
love
oh,
ska.
I made a dookie in my pants. Oh, I better listen to some real big fish to make myself feel better.
They fucking loved ska.
Like, not very mustard plug of you, Kevin.
Yeah.
There it is.
Jesus Christ.
Look at Kelly.
Oh no.
Look at.
It's so
I
fun.
hate everything about
It's so
this.
fun to skank.
Look at him go.
Oh, Jesus.
You haven't lived until you've just been squatted up and skanking.
Yeah. There was a period of time where we would get to the battle bus launch spot and we'd all just skank with each other.
Pretty
And
good.
I had this
You get
song.
in the back of a truck and just start hitting it.
Oh, hell yeah. I had this song in my head for so long. It's great.
They're
I don't know if
just,
you see
they're
that or not,
just
Kelly, but
trying.
the name of the song is
game.
Gostra Terrestrial.
Oh. I never learned the name of the song.
So the ska is brought from the aliens, who then will turn out to be evil because ska is the work of the devil.
Well, it's just like this one particular character's way into the ska. And if you
Yeah.
look at her, you're like, oh yeah, that girl definitely likes ska music.
Yeah. And she believes in aliens. And she's probably going to die. Because the aliens are going to blow something up. I hope it's Coral Castle, because fuck that place.
Fuck Coral Castle.
Coral Castle is what they launched when they had Aquaman in the game, Kelly.
Oh.
So it's like this knockoff Atlantis. They like drained a bunch of water and were like, check it out, an underwater castle that's not underwater anymore. But it sucks and nobody ever goes there, so blow it up.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
fuck you,
second
oh,
the
shit.
motion.
Joey Jordanson just died.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sad.
That stinks.
R.I.P.
Did you
Tom
see
Bosley.
The mom from Arrested Development went too.
No, this just happened. So that's damn. That's a fucking.
Wild. I didn't do anything else, Lee. Other than that, my house was full of people, so there was no time for TikToks or.
Anyone
I
ride
think
the
it's valid.
treadmill?
No one went on the treadmill, no. But house is empty now. Everything's back to normal. All is right with the world.
Bless.
Well, in that case, let's up on a classic, nice, so we can get back and get this motherfucking game.
All right. Well, in honor of the new season of actual fantasy sports, we've done this classic before, but it is so classic. I had to bring it back, and it was less work for me. So, from Popcast episode number 384, from June 21st, 2017, this is the story of Jimmy the Kid Olsen,
All about how.
Downtown Lois Lane, and Infectious Lass.
Love it.
Let's get going. This is some real Hall of Fame shit, so pay attention. We'll be back in a minute. Love you, bye.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
You got Jimmy the Kid Olsen. You got Lois the Assassin Lane. And then Infectious Lass.
Who the fuck is Infectious Lass?
Infectious Lass is a member of the Legion of Superheroes. And her power is that she is.
I
Her
have
power,
no doubt that she is a Legion member.
Her power is that she can make people sick. And so step one, beginning of every single game, she's given that other team violent diarrhea.
Holy shit! Yeah, this is a real thing.
So good luck. Good luck, Deadshot. Sinking all your baskets while you're shitting your pants.
I feel like if you're at the top of your game, no matter what, shitting your pants isn't going to change that.
You got all the abdominal cramps and all the other nonsense
but
that comes
what
with it.
you do to combat that? You low post their team for the whole shot clock. And let's see how long you keep that diarrhea flowing when it's on you, too.
That's fine, because Lois is out there beyond the 3-point line draining shots.
Where? In what fucking universe?
In our universe.
The Lois Lane Jimmy Olsen thing.
I am fully confident that Jimmy Olsen could just sink shots.
No, fuck you.
No, I am. Based on the Jimmy Olsen that is in the 1970s Jack Kirby run on Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen's kind of a badass, knocking dudes out, tossing shit around.
He's the Larry Bird of this tournament.
Yeah.
Yep. Zero in the chat says Clayface should be immune to the poopy pants, and Deathstroke is such a professional he'd just ignore the poop dripping down his legs. And I say
nobody can just ignore poop.
Ignore the poop.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think about
Clayface is 100% immune to the poop.
You got to think about like soldiers in a foxhole, like in the middle of a war. Like if you got poopy tummy, you can't just go like sit it out. You have to power through that shit.
That's fine, but they're not. Let's say there's a bunch of soldiers sitting in their foxholes, shitting their pants. They're not hitting all those opposing soldiers as accurately as they maybe would be if they weren't shitting their pants.
I'll give you this. Let's say,
but all they need to do is just get the shot off and hit rim. Clayface might be pulling out the rebound.
Yeah,
Clayface is going to have to be doing everything.
Yeah,
everybody else is going to be laying on the ground shitting their pants.
Let's say Deadshot and Deathstroke both are laying on the ground shitting their pants. We agree that Clayface is immune to the pants shitting because he doesn't wear pants. He's essentially
basically a giant pile of diarrhea anyway.
Exactly.
But here's the other problem, though. Let's say they make every shot. That's fine. But they got to play defense, so the other team's scoring all the time now.
Which team are you talking about?
Kid Olsen.
Which team are you talking about?
Whatever. The team giving him the fucking shits, man. They got to play defense.
The team name, Jose. The team name is FYI. Infectious Blast will give the other team diarrhea.
My point is, even if you take Deadshot and Deathstroke out of the equation, which I don't agree with, I will still put up Clayface against all three of them.
I got to give this one to Mahoney.
But I'm still not sold on what makes Lois Lane. Okay, you sold me on Jimmy Olsen. 70s white boy, I'll give him that.
Fuck you, sold you on Jimmy Olsen. That's Jimmy Olsen going against Clayface. Jimmy Olsen.
It's Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, and Infectious Blast going against Clayface.
And I totally believe that Jimmy Olsen has something in his back pocket from the Cadmus Institute that'll take out Clayface.
But now here's the downfall of them shitting their pants everywhere. That court's very slippery. Which that affects everybody.
But it benefits Clayface because Clayface is sliding around anyhow.
You know what happens? So she makes them shit their pants. Let's say the highly unlikely situation that Deadshot can still sink a basketball while he's violently shitting his pants. Now you have the flu. Like, we'll just keep piling the shit on until he's so sick he can't
What if she makes Clayface just be full of tumors?
There you go. I'm going to give Clayface cancer.
So, like, I just get cancer and then what, 20 years later I end up dying? Or what?
No, it's really bad.
It's like immediate really, stage 4.
Yeah.
But like after the game, though, she takes it away, so it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what? Real funny joke, guys, but vote for the correct team. You know what I'm saying? I love Mahoney's creativity. But you're essentially voting for a making everybody shit their pants joke.
Okay. So the game starts except for Clayface.
Yep.
Now Clayface can move. Now you have the Great White Hope, Jimmy Olsen, who is Larry Bird on steroids.
As they're shitting their pants, Infectious Blast has told Clayface she's given him cancer, but didn't really actually give him cancer.
So you know what? And then Clayface is like, you know what? I'm gonna win this one for Deadshot and Deathstroke as they're over there wiping their butts, and this will be my last heroic effort before I die of cancer. Thanks, Infectious Lass. And I'm also going to talk to the commissioner after the game. I'm gonna appeal this ruling.
If you had somebody else other than Lois Lane, maybe.
If I had somebody else other than Lois Lane, this would be the most unfair team in the history of basketball.
That was his point, because it was originally Dr. Manhattan, Jimmy Olsen, and Lois Lane. So then he was like, who else can I make everyone shit their pants? So changed it to Infectious Lass. He threw in Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane as an insult to whoever gets beat by this team. I made you shit your pants, and then I had Lois Lane dunking on you.
So, and I would like to point out that literally the only one of Dr. Manhattan's powers I had any interest in using was his ability to make the other team shit their pants.
Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic.
We shouldn't be allowed to still be doing this.
I love that bit so much.
So fucking stupid.
The low
I remember being told that I couldn't be Dr. Manhattan and being like, but I only want to use him to have him make them shit their pants. Like, so can I use him then?
Low key, one of my favorite parts about that whole argument is Jose's unwillingness to believe that a woman could play basketball.
He's like, you sold me on Jimmy Olsen.
You sold me on Infectious Lass, but then you got this lady over here? No thanks.
Oh, God.
It's such a good
ridiculous bit. It's a very good bit. All right. Fire this shit up, Nice. Kick this thing off.
Bum, 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 bum.
So, because it's actually happening right now, which I don't think we've actually ever done it to coincide with real life Olympics.
Right. Well,
the fucking
I mean, when we did the
Summer Games?
Winter Olympics, I don't know if that was. Did that coincide with the actual Winter Olympics? But who knows?
No. Let's go hard maybe. Hard maybe on that one. I can't be expected to remember what and when and how and where we did this fucking nonsense. It's ridiculous.
Seriously.
Preposterous notion. Yeah, so we're doing the Summer Games Warner Brothers versus Disney characters. And I don't know why anybody picked Warner Brothers characters. Let's see what happens. Let's see what
I picked Warner Brothers characters.
All right, well, let's run down the team. All we're doing this week is just kind of throwing the draft out there, let people know what's going on. So, first up, we got playing for Disney on the Disney side first. We got Coach Kat's America's Asses. She went all MCU: Captain America, Black Widow, and Doctor Strange. Solid team.
Solid solid asses.
Yep, solid asses all around. That's why he wears that fucking cape. You gotta keep the mystery alive.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the Disney side, my team, Teeth and Nails, which is Venom, all sexed up as King of Black Powers, the Ahab Predator from the comics, and Goliath from Gargoyles, not Goliath that can grow big.
I thought for sure you picked Goliath that can grow big.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, interesting choice.
I thought for sure you picked Goliath from Gargoyles, and then I saw Bill Foster Goliath here, and I was like, oh, interesting. Good choice.
No, not Bill Foster at all. No, I want the monster. I want the monster Goliath.
Originally,
so we'll push that out for next week.
When we were looking at the teams last week, and I saw Ahab Predator, and I was like, wait a second. That's when I asked, do all of your team members have to be on Disney or Warner Brothers? Because I completely forgot that Predator is a Disney princess now.
Technically, yes. Yep. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about that one because the Ahab Predator is no fucking joke. He's a goddamn monster. Matt's Shark Stars is just happy old Mickey Mouse, 616 Taskmaster, and Hercules from the Disney movie.
Sharks team's animal people.
Sharks team is animal people. Vetter's team is Team Heaving Bosoms, the team of Gaston, Maui, and Jessica Rabbit.
Some big ol' honkers on that team.
Just honks on honks on honks on that team. The Warner Brothers side, we got Denim's I'm Alright. We got Stroker Ace.
Izzy.
Carl Spackler. And Lincoln Hawk.
So that's Stroker Ace from Stroker Ace, played by Burt Reynolds. Carl Spackler from Bill Murray from Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, yeah.
And then Lincoln Hawk is Sylvester Stallone from Over the Top, the arm wrestling movie.
Going for big name recognition on Denim's team. So that's going to be really great. Hearing people talk about, hearing them say how we don't know pop culture because we don't know Stroker Ace.
Wrestler or porn star?
That's
Definitely
a
porn star.
I don't know. That sounds like a wrestler name to me.
No, it's like Sonny. It's both.
Yeah.
Right, Coach Goats, Goats team, the Ready to Rumbles. Oh my God! So you got Gordy the Law Boggs, Sean Sugar Daddy Dawkins, and Jimmy the King. Now, if none of those characters sound familiar to you, it's because it's the three primary characters from the Ready to Rumble film.
Yes.
The WCW vehicle that led to David Arquette winning the World Championship.
Yeah, actually, David Arquette is one of the few actual champions on this list.
That's true. He's also the only person on this competition to get stabbed in the neck by a light tube by Nick Gage, who we spoke about earlier on the show.
Comes full circle.
Yeah, there you go. Jose's team, the Werner Herzog brothers. That's a fucking great name. The Arkham Trilogy Batman, Neo from the Matrix, and motherfucking Gandalf.
Jose's
because
boy.
New Line made those goddamn pictures. Juggalo John's team, Return of the Emerald Animals. We got Guy Gardner, Beast Boy, and Jaime Reyes' Blue Beetle. That's a pretty good one. That's a very good one. And then lastly, Coach Mahoney's a new episode of Superman and Lois now airing on the CW.
Love that name.
That would be Cyborg, Aquaman, and Gorilla Grodd. So pretty solid. You know what? There's not a. I was gonna say there's not a Melbourne team on here.
There's a Melbourne team on here.
Yeah, there's a Melbourne. There's a couple Melbourne teams.
Yeah.
A couple Melbourne teams. But maybe they'll catch us all over. Maybe Lincoln Hawk can beat Goliath in an arm wrestling match.
Wait, which Goliath?
Yeah. You know what? Either.
Bill Foster goes full height, and Lincoln Hawk still turns his hat around. Like, let's go.
Well, yeah, he's not going to not turn his hat around.
Right. Did you guys realize that the guy that... wait, hold on. Mahoney?
Yeah?
Have you watched Black Widow yet?
No.
Oh, no.
Are you fucking serious?
All right, well, forget
Get in the shower.
Forget I said anything.
Trying.
Do it. Get in the shower
Like,
right now.
if you need our login info...
No, I have it.
Okay.
I have the movie.
He's
now
like,
get
no, I
all-
have $30.
Suds yourself up and get in that shower.
You know, if you wouldn't be able to hear the water, I would totally not be opposed to doing
I
this
would
from the
love for
shower.
you to do this show in the shower.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Zero
We'll do
has
that some
since
week.
fixed Goliath on your team there.
Yeah! There we go.
Zero, put it back. Make him play with Bill Foster Goliath.
I mean,
Bill
I'm not
Foster
saying it's not a
Goliath
good pick. It just changed all my strategy.
from Civil War with a big hole through the middle of him. He's got a he's
Yeah,
that one.
Specifically, that's the one that I want. I want dead as
the one you
fuck,
wanted.
giant grave, Bill Foster.
Robot Thor put a hole in me, Bill Foster Goliath.
Remember when they just wrapped him in a fucking tarp?
And dumped him in a hole the size of an Olympic swimming pool.
Yeah, because when you find a dead body, Kelly, animal or otherwise, you put it in the forest. You don't just put it in the street.
Oh my god.
Mahoney, you missed it. Last week we were talking about that knife that was in the tree outside Kelly's house. And in that same picture, if you look in the background, there is definitely a forest.
It's not a forest. It's
What?
like a
Where
line.
is
It's a
this? I missed
single
this
line
whole
of
thing.
trees.
So, Kelly, are you telling us that you can't see the forest for the trees, Kelly?
God damn it. No, because if you look through those trees, it's just a fucking car dealership.
It's just more trees?
No, there's cars. Beep beep cars.
Beep, beep.
Miles and miles of trees.
This is where we find out that Kelly thinks trees are cars. That's why he can't drive.
Yeah, I just keep.
He just keeps climbing
climb a
trees and
tree.
being like, where do you put the key? I do not understand.
How does this go? I've seen Lord of the Rings. You know, you climb up in the tree and it goes, where do you want to go?
That is exactly
Remember when they
how it
dedicated
happens.
so much of that movie to slowly walking trees?
Yep.
All right, on Discord, Lee, you need to log in as coach and go to judge, and it'll reveal next week's games.
Oh, okay.
Zero said he'll send you
Got
your
it.
login if you need it.
Okay. All right. Game 1 is artistic gymnastics.
All right.
All around.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is a combination of 6 smaller events: the vault, floor exercises, pommel horse, steel rings, balance beam, and uneven bars. Scores are
Oh
based
my
on
God.
difficulty of the moves the participant performs, with points deducted for any mistakes they make. Game 2 is sailing laser. Using a one-person dinghy, contestants must cope with Mother Nature as well as their competition to be the first one to cross the finish line. Races are 2 laps and 4 miles in total.
Do they have to be in the boat? Or
Yes.
just touching
Yes.
the boat?
Yes.
Got to be what? Ooh.
Well, no,
I'm
that
gonna say you got to be in the boat.
that
Gotta
was
be in
part of the
boat. You have to-
rules. Is like if it's a running competition, you can't fly. Like,
Well, yeah, I'm not suggesting that I'm going to fly. I'm just saying maybe I'm not in the boat. Maybe I'm just holding on to the boat.
Got to be in the boat. Got to be in the boat. It should be a deal breaker.
like
I'm going to be looking up the rules to this.
The Flash
This
cannot
Olympic
win a
sport.
swimming race by running on water. It's swimming. You have to swim. Nightcrawler cannot teleport in a 10K race. It's a foot race. Captain Marvel can't fly to win a high jump, but she could use her leg strength to jump really fucking high. If
Yeah,
Charles
you're right, Mike.
Xavier
You
were
should-
doing equestrian dressage, he'd still have to get on that horse and make it dance, but he could use telepathy to do so. Get on that horse, Charles.
Yeah, you're right, Mahoney. You should very indignantly look up the rules for
Oh, I'm
sailing, because I'm sure at no point did anyone actually say, "No, you can't push the boat."
And what was it? It was what was the name of the competition?
Sailing laser. I'm not sure what laser sailing means.
Yeah, why is there a
But-
laser? Are we shooting lasers?
It's rad.
Yeah, I think that was on the Olympics last night, and it was some real shit. It was some.
I want to say it just means you go in a straight line.
I think that's
Oh,
probably
that makes
true.
sense.
That
That
makes
makes sense.
All right, so yeah, combination of 6 events for the first. So vault, floor exercises, pommel horse, still rings, balance beam, and uneven bars. And the second one is just take that fucking boat in a straight line. And I don't know which one of these I would want to do less.
And
What if
then
I'm in the boat, but my feet are out the bottom like Fred Flintstone?
I think that would probably be okay.
and
All right.
for next week, Zero wanted to clarify as you're picking your competitors, the first one you pick is for gymnastics. The second one you pick is for the boat race. So
Yes.
make sure you do it in that order when you're locking in your characters. Because when you pick your first one, it will lock in so that you can pick your second. So don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
And then
it's
to celebrate the return of actual fantasy sports. You know, we've been doing this for how many years now? At least 4 years based on that Popcast Classic. We finally put together a goddamn logo, and we got shirts, baby.
Yeah, we got shirts.
Actual fantasy sports logo t-shirt and other things. You can get stickers, hoodies, mugs. It looks really good, actually. We've currently got it on a royal blue shirt, but you can put it on whatever color you want. Don't forget, what is it? Merch.PanelsOnPages.com. Visit our TeePublic store. On sale right now, $13 for a shirt. So check that shit out. Real slick looking.
That would look really, that looked real good. Real good on you. Just saying.
Oh, thank you.
Good shit. Good stuff. You can also, if you really want to, while you're in there, you're going to be buying stuff anyway. You want to make sure you get the best value of that shipping, which is only like $5 or $6, whatever. But, you know, don't just ship one shirt. So you should be the first one to get the double murder suicide shirt.
That's right.
Double murder suicide.
Yeah, 0 sold of both double murder suicide shirts.
I don't know why.
So weird.
I don't know why. Like,
I mean, to be fair, we do have plenty of other designs that have 0 sold. All the PCW designs.
Well, that one I get.
Yeah, that one makes sense. That's a dead show. Double murder suicide is timely any time of the year.
Yeah.
It's probably because people aren't leaving the house. And they're like, where would I wear my double murder suicide shirt?
We've only sold one more Stone Cold Creamery shirt than we have double murder suicide shirts, so...
Get your shit together, people. Get your shit together.
Merch.PanelsOnPages.com. Get your actual fantasy sports shirt today.
Or do like for football, put that shit on a notebook. So you can write your little notes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
especially
half my wardrobe is pop shirts. What are the rest of you wearing?
Guys, what is better for writing a note than a double murder suicide notebook?
Oh my god.
It's like Death Note.
I'm getting you that for Christmas.
Everybody gets double murder suicide notebooks.
All right, so get in your picks for the games, and we will talk about next week. It's gonna be a fucking good one. It's gonna be great. So let's talk comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
Fucking keen on it. So they're doing this weekly thing, this Skybound X.
Yeah.
No, on Skybound. It's an anthology book. Like, you know, a lot of them are doing sort of, you know, callbacks to, you know, codas to old stories or introducing new ones, and it's cool. It's neat. You know?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, but the consistent part of all of them is Rick Grimes 2020, and that shit is so stupid and fun. Like, it's so dumb. Kirkman's writing it, Ryan Ottley's drawing it. It's, you know, Walking Dead up until a certain point, and then it's like, oh yeah, the reason that the zombies happened was fucking aliens. So it's zombies and aliens, and they bring people back to life. So it's like, you know, think, you know, 90s extreme image comics, like enhanced versions of the Governor and fucking, you know, Andrea covered in pouches and a robot arm and shit. It's real stupid, but
I think it follows up like a backup story they did in some anniversary issue for Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think that was like Walking Dead 100. They were
Something like that, yeah.
Whoops, it's been aliens this whole time, and everyone was like, "What?"
Okay, that makes sense, and that checks out for just being as dumb as this is. It's a lot of fun. Fucking Negan shows up on like a goblin glider with 2 halves of a baseball bat, and then combines them, and it's fucking crazy. It's real stupid. Fun though. I liked it. It's just silly. Just silly is what it is. And then fucking New Moon Knight. New Moon Knight number 1. And it was pretty
cool.
fucking rad. That was a good one. Fucking Khonshu's in some sort of cosmic prison. I think they have him on Asgard, I think he said. And so Moon Knight's doing that thing where he's like, I'm gonna protect those that travel at night, do my Fist of Khonshu shit. And so the first thing that shows him doing is he fucking knocks over a van full of vampires and goes to kill them all. And like the ones in the back, like, they did this to us. We don't want to be vampires. She's like, oh, okay, I guess I won't kill you. And also you now work for me. So that's kind of great. So it's Moon Knight doing Moon Knight shit, then Moon Knight doing his therapy shit, which I do not want to be Moon Knight's therapist. That'd be a bad fucking gig. But he's,
he doesn't feel like a listener.
No, he talks a lot because he's wearing that fucking suit too. He got that Mr. Knight outfit on. Which
okay.
God, you look like an asshole wearing that outfit, man. I gotta tell you.
I always kind of liked that outfit.
Oh, me too. Yeah, but he was, but guy in an all-white suit, that guy's probably not gonna be fun to hang out with.
Exactly.
But he meets another guy who knows a whole lot about him, and turns out he's he's Khonshu's right hand, his right fist. So I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense. Why would he not have two fists? Why would Khonshu only have the one fist? So he's gonna be the bad guy. That's kind of neat. It's comical.
Cool.
Yeah, he's the other guy, and then
he meets Khonshu's foot.
Yeah, like I'm the pancreas of Khonshu. Like, get fucked, Howard.
Beware, Moon Knight. In his eye, Khonshu's knee.
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, that's all I got. What you got, Kelly? I read a bunch more fucking Chainsaw Man over the weekend, and it's awesome.
It's so fucking good.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, I
what else
love
you got?
that series. I got
So good.
the first volume of Mashley, Magic and Muscles. So the elevator pitch of this series is it is a fusion of Harry Potter and One Punch Man. So a guy goes to wizard school. He has no magic powers, but he is convinced he can reach the top of the class just by being strong and beating the shit out of people.
Okay.
Like, someone tries to magic him, and he just grabs their wand and snaps it in half, and it's like, all right, cool, what you got now? On the day where they learn broom training, he just throws it real hard and jumps on it and runs and flies off with it that way.
That's dumb.
The bit that really sold me was when there was like this other like higher up student who's like in with the vice principal who's trying to he's like, oh, if you don't do what I say, I'll get the vice principal to throw you out. And so Mash eventually just kind of says, fuck this dude, and smashes his face into the ground. At which point the vice principal shows up and is like, oh, I'm going to get you expelled. So then Mash just punches the vice principal in the face, starts digging a hole, throws the vice principal in the hole, and the vice principal is like, whoa, what are you doing? He's like, I'm burying you.
Christ.
And then he fucking buries him in the ground. And then he has a meeting with the headmaster. He's like, look, you can't go around burying people. It's like,
right.
I understand why you did it, but don't do that anymore, please.
All right, what's this called?
Mashley, Magic and Muscles.
That sounds fucking rad.
Yeah, it's fun. I really enjoyed the first volume. Yeah, it's also on the Shonen Jump app. I just never got around to it, and once the physical copy came out, I was like, shit, I'll just grab this.
Oh, that sounds lots of fun. To it. Fucking great. What you got, Nice?
We've actually been watching the Olympics. Mary found this
Get the
app.
fuck out of here.
I think
no one's watching the Olympics.
I think it's called Lowcast, and it's basically broadcast TV that we can cast onto our Chromecast on the TVs. And she's become a real Olympics nerd. I would never have seen it coming. But, it's cool. Olympics is cool to just kind of put on while you look at your phone. And every so often you can see a human do some real crazy ass shit in between commercials for pharmaceuticals. First and foremost, there's one of the big stories in the Olympics this year is the U.S. women's gymnastics team, and boy, oh boy, women's gymnastics has changed quite a bit since 1996. I always imagine gymnasts as like ballerina type bodies, you know, super tiny, super skinny, you know, basically
lean. They can do all those crazy moves.
Yeah, basically bird bones. The U.S. women's gymnastics team, they are fucking jacked. They've got shoulders like my young buff daughter, and thighs and glutes that could squish your head. It's really something to behold.
That sounds counterintuitive to gymnastics.
But they're fucking really good at it.
I heard the one girl is so good that they're like, yeah, you can't do those moves anymore. You're too good at it.
Right.
Pretty much.
Which
They're
is
like, if anybody else
kind of
tries to do
insane.
this, you'll die, so you can't.
And to the point where
Okay.
she's been off her game lately, and so she pulled out of the team competition today because she's not mentally all there. Because, you know, if she's not mentally all there, some of the shit that she's doing, she could fucking kill herself.
Sure.
Because they're just launching their bodies into the air and
That's
doing
wild.
spins. Another amazing Olympic body I saw was during the diving competition. I just happened to look up but ended up being the gold medal winner from the UK. I look up and this dude had Finn Balor abs and was showering. You know, they have the shower by the pool so you can get the chlorine off of you, but it was one of the most erotic Olympic diving showers I've ever seen in my life, to the point where, like, his body's amazing and he's just washing himself off, rubbing his body. I screamed. It was so erotic. I had my phone out so that I could try and catch him showering again later on in the episode.
Save it for later.
Just woo-wee, I got the vapors. Holy fucking shit, man. The human body's amazing. It's amazing that somebody's body can look like that, and then my body looks like this.
Yeah, you look at like that guy, you're like, oh, we're the same species. That makes tons of fucking sense. Like it's like, you know, you put me, that guy, and like fucking Shaq in a lineup. Yeah, we're all the same. Sure, great. We're all the same. Wonderful.
The last thing I want to talk about, it's ironic because we were talking about hoarders earlier before the show, I think.
God damn it.
So I've been watching a lot of Hoarders again, which, mind you, there's Hoarders and then there's Hoarding Buried Alive.
Buried Alive.
Two different, completely different shows. If you remember last year, I was very obsessed with Hoarding Buried Alive, and I kind of dismissed Hoarders as, you know, I prefer Hoarding Buried Alive. But then they released a new season on Netflix, so I've been watching a lot of Hoarders. And then I realized, you know what? I think I really do prefer Hoarders over Hoarding Buried Alive, because Hoarders shows much more of the cleanup process, and that's where the high drama comes in. On Hoarding Buried Alive, it's kind of like they walk through the place, they're like, oh, this is disgusting, and then dissolve to a month later, and they're like, it's a month later, and let's check up on this fucking scumbag. But on Hoarders, when they're actually showing you the cleanup and showing the person melting down and like trying to hide shit in their car, and the organizers and the therapists threatening to walk off the job, that's the good shit. And you know, we talked about it a few weeks ago, but Hoarders has that most lit episode of all time where the guy's brother died and then the lady thought her house was possessed by demons and she saved the dryer or the vacuum bags full of stuff.
Oh my god. What? That's
and
fucking nightmare.
As I'm watching Hoarding Buried Alive now because I ran out of Hoarders episodes, and I'm realizing that I've seen some of these, but I wasn't as locked in on my first viewing, I guess. So I'm recognizing shit, but it's not like, oh, I've seen this. I know beat by beat. It was later on in my Hoarding Buried Alive career that I was really super obsessed and into it.
Yeah, really zoned in on it. Yeah.
Like when they found that mummified cat behind that dresser.
Oh God, that's right.
Jesus.
So
everything you're saying.
I mean,
is
it's a controversial opinion. You know, I thought one was my favorite, but turns out not the case.
The real mummified cat was inside you all along.
I hope not. Get it out.
Oh God! You got anything we're talking about, Mahoney?
No, I haven't watched or read anything in as long as I can remember.
Get in the shower.
Do you think you can find 2 hours to watch Black Widow in the next week? Do you even care at this point?
I do care. I do want to see it. I mean, probably. I think probably.
All right. I think you'll enjoy it.
You do.
I know I'm going to enjoy it.
Off for 2 hours. You lock the doors and you go watch Black Widow.
Yeah.
And then next week we can
pokes your head out. You go, no, I said 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then next week we can talk about who that guy is that Red Guardian is arm wrestling.
Ooh. Oh, intriguing.
Look at that. Look at that. Now you want to do it even more.
That's right.
Yeah. Suds yourself up.
All right, let's land this fucking bird then.
Hell yeah.
If you're playing the game, go check it out. Go pick your competitors for next week. Big ups to Zero for putting this thing together. It's like a pretty significant upgrade from last time. Like there's some enhancements and changes. It's very fancy. Very fucking. Yeah, and so we'll come back next week with round 1 of the games. And, game 1 and 2, I should say. And, yeah, that'll be good. Go to the store, merch.panelsonpage.com. Check out all that good stuff we got for you. And we'll talk to you guys next week. For Jason Nyes, Kelly Harris, our good buddy Mahoney, and wherever the fuck Jose is, him too. I'm the Lord Reverend Julio Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking
Well, bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.